Okay, so gaano nga bang kalakas si Kai Balungay ng Phoenix Fuel Masters? Marami na tayong nakitang mga big forwards sa PBA, pero iba kasi itong si Kai. And ngayon pa lang, as a spectator, I can really say na just because of the frame and the skill set alone, masasabi ko na meron talaga siyang potential. Especially pagdating ng All-Filipino Cup. Si Kai Balungay played for Ateneo nung college. Kahit na hindi gano'n naging successful yung run nila in terms of expectations, kasi it went well pa rin naman, pero expectations hindi gano'n na-meet. Pero I really like their tandem kasi nila ni Chris Kun. Laging sinasabi ko noon na UAAP version sila ng Paulo Banquero tsaka Franz Wagner. And for Kai Balungay, hindi siya flashy na player, pero he does a lot of things na very solid. Playing off the ball, finishing, rebounding, lahat ginagawa niya ng maayos, above average. Ngayon, nasa Phoenix na siya sa PBA, and to be honest, he started slow ng mga unang conferences, pero ngayong All-Filipino, nagpipick up na yung laro niya, and we're starting to see his play. Tignan natin yung stats niya this conference so far. Through 5 games, nag-average siya ng 18.4 points and 10.8 rebounds per game. Pang-import numbers if you ask me. Honestly, I knew na talented na siya una pa lang, pero hindi ko in-expect na this early sa career niya na mag-average siya ng ganitong klaseng numbers. Kumbaga, I expected mga 12 points, ganun, or even 10. Pero hindi ko in-expect na 18 and 10. And he's doing it then sa mataas na efficiency. 18 points per game siya on 53.3 field goal percent shooting overall. It's very good, especially for a rookie. Pero para sa 3-pointers niya, 18.2% lang so far. Oo, medyo mababa yung 3-point percentage niya. Low volume din naman kasi, to be fair. Pero kung mapapansin nyo sa laro, okay naman kasi yung shooting form niya. So baka kailangan lang ng time. Pero even if kasi hindi man maging consistent yung 3-pointer niya, like ever, grabe rin kasi yung edge niya against his usual competition. Una sa lahat, yung size niya. Malaki si Kai, pero hindi siya mabigat gumalaw. Tall enough para mag-match up sa mga bigs ng PBA, pero mobile enough to stay with the wings or sa mga 4. Kumbaga, pwede siya either sa 4 or sa 5. Depende sa matchup, depende sa kailangan ng team. An advantage yun kasi he can outrun and outjump a lot of players sa posisyon niya. Then against some 4s naman, he can just overpower them with his size and strength kasi nga 6'7 siya and very athletic. Tapos yung role niya sa Phoenix, very concise and smart yung pagkakagamit sa kanya. Hindi siya gaanong pinapagawa ng mga extra, wala masyadong mga extra calories sa laro niya. They put him in a position to succeed. I know na marami magsasabi
6'7", small forward sa NBA, etc. etc.
First of all, biggest weakness niya sa Ateneo was his efficiency. He used to be a shot chucker. He used to be a very streaky player. Pag wala yung tira niya sa labas, hindi mo talaga siya mararamdaman. Doon siya nagiging parang net negative sa loob ng court. Pero having him now sa posisyon kung saan siya magsasucceed and maging elite siya, either sa isa or dalawang bagay muna, makes him have a baseline. So, whatever happens man, di ba? Maalat man siya, etc. Kaya niya maging positive sa loob ng court kasi meron siyang specialty. It can be as basic as setting a screen, and then after nun, kaya niya mag-short roll, tapos finish strong to the basket. Spoon-fed plays, kumbaga, yun yung ginagawa niya. Pero, it's very efficient, very helpful para sa career niya in the long term. The result nun, by the way, is 62.5% shooting sa 2-pointers, which is very good. Great finishing. Isa mong pa na grabe yung motor niya kasi he can clean up his misses regularly, even his teammates. Lagi siyang active. Yung mga putbacks niya, yung mga extra rebounds, tip-ins, yun yung mga bagay na hindi agad napapansin sa highlights when you watch it. Pero pag pinanood mo, very big impact. Grabe siya maglinis ng glass. So tingnan natin kung paano na-utilize ng Phoenix si Kai Balungay sa offense nila. So makikita natin dito, this is an empty side ball screen. So there's going to be a screen here. Tapos, kaya to effective kasi yung immediate help dito sa last line ng defense nila or sa yung low man nila was Alex Stockton. Si Balti nandito sa perimeter kasi yung setup ng offense ng Phoenix medyo may pagka-continuity siya. Yung bigs nila parehas nandito sa slot. So kapag may isang action na nangyari dito, walang nangyari, they can swing it here sa kabilang big man, then pwede siya mag-flow into another action. Tutuloy-tuloy. Pero initial action nila is an empty side ball screen. Makikita natin dito, set ng screen si Balungay. Now si Brian Santos magko-commit dito kay Alejandro kasi shooter off the dribble eh. If you go over the screen, basically kailangan i-contain ni Santos dito yung may hawak ng bola, of course. Now, Santos, kailangan niyang bantayan parehas. The roll and the shooter. Now, kapag regular pick and roll yan, kung may tao man sa corner rito, kaya nila mag-help, tulungan si Brian Santos ng onte. Pero kapag empty side kasi, ang help mo galing pa sa kabila eh. So you leave this side wide open, which is yun yung kinukuha talaga ng Phoenix sa play na to. Okay? Short roll, balungay, gather 1-2 step, finish over the defender kasi nga athletic siya, 6'7". Kumbaga nilalagay nila sa spot si Balungay to succeed and maximize his skill set. Again, dito, they do the same thing. Perkins sa kabilang side, Balungay dito, and magpo-flow siya into an empty side ball screen. Makikita natin. Ayan, empty side ball screen. Attack Sanggalang. Sa drop, Balungay may lane ulit to the basket. Nag-go over the screen dito si Baroka. Ang detail dito is yung pasa. Kailan ginagawa yung pasa? They make the pass early. Hindi nila inaantay si Balungay na pumosisyon na sa ilalim bago ibigay. As soon as the defense commits, yung big man, pocket pass na kagad kay Balungay. Kasi mas effective si Balungay na meron siyang 1-2 step kasi ma-maximize niya yung skill set niya, yung athleticism and his size. Instead of giving the ball kapag nasa ilalim na, they give it around 15 feet para merong space si Balungay to gather and maximize his skill set. And again, dito, sa kabila naman si Balungay. Okay, si Soyud yung magsiset ng empty side ball screen sa initial action. Si swing papunta kay Balungay. Magpo-45 cut dito si Tuffin. Empty side ball screen. Now, nag-commit ulit si Sanggalang. Yung isang Sanggalang naman. Commit sa foul. Kay Balungay. Use his power, his strength, and size, athleticism to finish over the defender. And again, dito. Soyud empty side. Swing to Balungay. Another 45 cut. Empty side ball screen. Now, meron ng help na dumating. In-expect na nila. Nag-adjust na yung defense ng Terra Firma. 2 on the ball. Nag-rotate dito si Sanggalang kay Balungay. Pero again, it's the athleticism, it's the skill set, spin move, pivot foot, basket. And again, it's, knowing saan ka effective and maximizing, utilizing it. Walang extra calories, walang extra fat. Kung meron man kailangang ayusin, it's definitely shooting. Hindi pa talaga reliable from deep as of today sa kung anong meron tayo. Yung 18% niya sa tres, obvious na kailangan pa ng reps, more confidence. Pero nung college naman kasi, andun naman yun sa part ng laro niya. Kaya feeling ko, hindi to lost cause. It's just about confidence, rhythm, syempre, more reps, more minutes para mas masanay, mas maging comfortable sa pace ng laro sa PBA. In terms of his shooting, kung makikita natin, it's not bad naman. Yung 18%, hindi binibigyan hustisya kung ganong kasolid naman siya as a shooter. Maybe it's not yet falling right now, makikita natin dito, okay? Pag nag-help yung defense of him kasi they have dynamic guard shooters like Tyler Tio, RJ Azul. But very important to be able to space the floor. Kung makikita natin, it's not bad. Yes, parang medyo stiff ng onte, pero for a forward sa PBA, it's not that bad. Maybe we should just give him time para maging comfortable. Kasi again, sa Ateneo, part 2 ng game niya eh. Makikita natin. Okay? Form is good. Okay din yung dip. Hindi pag-rise up niya, one motion lang naman. Maybe the follow-through, medyo crocodile arm ng onte. Pero again, it's not that bad for a big man. Kasi it's very important din to have shooting. Na kapag nag-empty side ball screen sila, hindi lang puro short roll, kaya niya rin mag-pop. Kapag yung mga big man na matchup niya, like yung mga slow-footed bigs, can definitely be a part of his game. Na talagang magkakain talaga siya ng points kasi may variety sa laro niya. So gaano nga bang kalakas si Kai Balungay? Right now, pwede na, malakas na. Double-double machine, high energy forward, efficient finisher near the rim. Pero kung makukuha pa niya yung outside shot niya, mas magiging consistent siya doon. Ibang usapan na, hindi na natin alam. Sky's the limit talaga. Pwede siya maging legit do it all 4 ala Danny Sigel, or at the very least, be a reliable 4 like a Troy Rosario. And again, hindi kasi siya flashy pero he gets the job done. And he's only going to get better from this. Kaya abangan natin sa mga susunod na conference or even sa conference na to, baka mas lalo pa tayo may makitang bago or mas lalo pa siya mag-improve. Or even if bumaba man yung numbers, I think very important sa growth niya na meron siyang specialty ngayon na mas concise yung laro niya and hindi siya umaasa on being a shot chucker na pumasok yung mga tira niya from the outside for his confidence.